All right, here we go. This is game 2 between happydeath and Maor247. It's going to be on Sandrim. Once again, your players in the upper left, happydeath, the red player in the Steampunk Osprey, and his opponent, the green player. In the bottom right is Maor247 and the Tomcat Striker, both going for their left/right outposts, which I believe are the equivalent outposts on Sandrim. Yes. So they are, okay, Maor not using any units. So that is going to be the big difference. So he will be a little bit behind happydeath there. Oh, actually, happydeath going to be split. And so putting some Dillos to take that under his control. So these creeps go down first. That's one big reason, down and up, depending on what side you are. That's one big reason, go for that outpost first. And now Maor going to be taking his outpost as well pretty soon. happydeath putting some units over here to neutralize. His creeps will take that and immediately going for a corner. Wow. Splitting attention as much as possible. Putting the Dillo here, I'm not really sure what the point was there. That might have been a slight miss micro. Maor it chooses to do a scout instead, and a little bit of harass. Gonna sword these down. Will happydeath respond in time? No. Oh, Maor gave up on the harass. That's kind of strange. But he will not be able to prevent happydeath from taking that outpost under his control. It would have been really easy if he was there a split second sooner because happydeath used probes and Maor has sword. So it would have been a really quick, easy kill. And happydeath would have unlikely been able to save all 4 probes. Because you do have to, even if he was right over them, he would, you have to do a 1, 2, 3, 4 pickup, and it takes a little bit of time to get all 4 of those in your cargo. And Maor only needed to kill 1 to lay that outpost, and then start shooting the probes to knock them down because probes have so low health. But happydeath taking that bottom left corner under his control. Oh, why did these? Okay, so Maor delayed it a little bit because the creeps did not go in yet. I was like, why didn't that outpost get taken under happydeath's control yet? Because Maor killed those creeps, and the next creeps, I think, went for this outpost. So it was a 2 creep wave delay, and happydeath is probably wondering what's going on there. He will be taking it under his control pretty much now, while Maor gonna go for the corner. happydeath is not here. Maor might, oh well, definitely will be able to get a couple of units sniped. happydeath all the way on the other side of the map. I'm not really, okay, so he is taking the Dillos that he had, gonna go for this corner as well. Sandrim, especially 1v1, I'm a little bit, like, confused as to why it's in the 1v1 pool. It's not necessarily too big, but the posts are too spread apart, and there's not enough of them to be a map, a 1v1 map of this size. It kind of creates what you're kind of seeing now. Once you move away from your post, should the opponent choose for whatever reason to attack, you're going to be kind of far, because usually when you move away from your post, you're about to go do something else at a different post. And Sandrim, flight distances are pretty far. Maor, as the striker, though, will be able to cover a lot of ground using afterburners. So less of a concern for him, but happydeath as an Osprey, obviously it's gonna be pretty slow getting around. Now Maor gonna be able to take that outpost as the creeps are moving in. But Happy realizes that Maor moved in. Maor needs to move his units down. And also spawn some. That's an option as well. happydeath Q healing. Maor not going to be able to finish, but they are choosing to dogfight here. Okay, Maor retreating as well as happydeath. Both retreating basically at the same time. Maor taking a quick look at the unit concentration that happydeath has at the corner. And happydeath putting a unit here, an armadillo. So that's kind of a free kill for Maor. I guess happydeath put that there for radar vision, but a Dillo is kind of a strange choice. Usually you put something AA to deter the mech from trying to kill it, or so he takes damage while he doesn't. If you can catch him in the act, then you can get the finish or something like that. Brutes are great at attacking the back of tanks, and Maor knows this. So happydeath losing tank and tank and tank, but oh man, that's a lot of brutes that he ferried over to here. Wow, didn't realize he did that, and will easily be able to keep them alive with his Osprey. What does he have in queue? We will find out pretty soon once he deploys them. T-45s, that is the kind of cheese, quick build, deploy unit of choice, and the rest of these brutes are going to go for the fort and going to go for the creeps that are coming out. Maor will definitely have a hard time taking this outpost back. Doesn't take it down to neutral. But with all the, the brutes and T-45s here, it will be a little while. Will Happy keep contesting it? Yes, it depends what he has in his build queue now. If he can take this outpost under his control and pop out units, so the probes, no, Maor not able to kill one of the probes, and Happy keeps spamming probes. Okay, that's an interesting choice instead of trying to build some AA or something like that. And now Maor gonna bring some units down here to contest. I don't think it's enough though. Happy has tons of jokers and Maor actually really low on health. Happy might be able to finish him off. No, does not go with the chase. Does not go with the chase. Chooses to stay here and address the units. Probably the better decision, although a kill on Maor would have been pretty huge at that point. Happy Death, okay, with a Bucky. Okay, putting it in range. Oh man, will slowly neutralize that post. That is a crazy, crazy little thing that he's able to do. Happy lost control of the post, but not control of the area quite yet. He has enough units. He has a lot more units than Maor has, but Maor as a mech that does have a lot more killing potential than the Osprey, which is basically all of the mechs, by the way, except maybe Paladin. And even then, Paladin has hammer, so depends on what you're talking about. But Maor with brutes, probably going to take this outpost back. Oh, Happy bringing probes, not really very effective. He should probably just take that T-45 and get it out of there, save what he can. Oh, or kill a tank. That's a fine trade-off, and does a little bit of salvage right there. So 28 to 32, Maor a little bit ahead. Happy needs to land. Okay, land and Q heal, and then boost back, and he'll be fine. There you go. But I would say Maor is, well, I don't know. It's close because Happy has a lot of units in the bottom left. Maor has more upkeep, but Happy has more outposts as of now. Maor's going to take that top right corner back. That Bucky, Maor still has not seen it, so it will still slowly neutralize because Maor just has not detected it. And Happy with a couple Dillo drops. Dillos do work on forts, man. So oh, not able to heal and keep that alive. He's actually pretty much out of energy, so just gonna try to retreat here. Maor gonna try to get the finish here. Happy trying to Q heal, and oh boy, Maor might. There you go. First blood going to Maor. And Dillos are still pounding away, so Maor needs to get these killed. Body blocking for one while killing the other. That's, who can really care? That's probably saving a little bit of time instead of body blocking the one you're killing, because then you have to move, right? Instead of just change your aim. It's so minor, but I guess it technically is the better decision in that scenario. So now Maor realizes, why is this neutralizing so much? Like, Happy's not doing anything. Does finally see the Bucky, while Happy Death starting to put pressure on this bottom left outpost. Lots of gangsters and Dillos actually. Whoa, where did those come from? They came from all of his other outposts. Decided to take every unit he has on the field for the most part and push it down to this bottom left. Maor will not be able to do that much about this, even if he keeps it neutral. Okay, so Happy has probes. Again, weird choice. Brutes would be, I don't know if, I mean, they definitely last way longer and would give Happy Death that outpost to deploy units from while it's under his control. As of right now, he has the probes, goes under his control, and it goes right back down. It might go right back down with brutes, but he will have a lot more time to fight against Maor's units right here. And I don't know where the heck. Oh, these are on follow. Or not. They're on, I don't know what to do, I think, is probably the command that you can say. So, Happy to have a couple of gangster drops. We'll neutralize this post pretty quick, even though there were a couple of brutes in it. Gangsters do a lot of damage. They're basically two jackals. They do a lot of damage to posts. And even though you have the high HP brute in it, gangsters will make fairly quick work of them relative to other unit compositions. But Happy not going to be able to clear much more. Able to neutralize. The brutes did get finished off. Let's go down here. Maor's units have been able to, well, this clump over here is the only thing that Happy has left. And Happy does not realize that they moved like that. So it will be a lot quicker for Maor to kill because he has an AoE ability and all of his units are just going to go right straight into it and finish them off. Happy with a couple gangsters. Gonna go for a post drop or a fort drop. Okay, he's gonna go for a fort drop. Tick away more damage. Maor with a couple of gangsters to defend. Oh, but Happy with the heal Nova. keeping it alive for a good amount of time. Those gangsters will do more and more damage, and even though Happy is barely behind in upkeep, he is definitely way ahead in progress to win when regarding fort health. He has ticked Maor down to less than half of his life, and just causing him more trouble right now. That's all that's happening right here. This guys, this is just Happy trying to survive. He's hiding behind as many props as he possibly can. The more he moves, the less he regens. So that spot that was over here, that was great for him that he could just stop and see he's stopped there as much as he possibly could. Maor trying to micro whatever he has in the area. And Happy Death could actually kill a lot of these Sands just by firing. Gonna try to boost all the way back to that back corner, and he might be able to do it. I don't know. Really low on health. Oh god, needs to land. Oh, Maor finally able to get that kill. Oh, and I didn't even realize Maor's units went all the way across here, up the freaking path, and here. So will Happy be able to defend against this? My guess is no. That's a ton of units. So he has to set them behind here. He cannot afford to body block. He needs these units dead. Maor's going to reallocate. The gangsters and jackals, or actually gangsters and jokers, will kill some units over here, but I think that's pretty much it. I don't think Happy Death can actually survive this. There's a ton of units, and even if he does, Maor can easily drop win. He's ahead in upkeep by a great amount. So Happy defended against this for now. Does he have a lunchbox? Very unlikely, especially in a 1v1. Maor taking that left outpost. Happy Death still trying to deal with whatever units are over here, and he does realize how easy it will be for Maor to get a drop win, so he definitely needs to start defending if he wants to have a chance in this game, which he has a very small one as of right now, especially because he likely does not have a lunchbox. Neutralizing this post is a great choice. Cuts off Maor from delivering his units from a closer position. But Maor with the constant SAM spam, it's just a matter of time though. Happy Death, yeah, there you go. With the light units and the creeps, Maor forced to pull back. Gonna retake that top right with the infantry that he has left. There you go. Socketing some T-45s, but definitely needs to drop some things in a more blocking capacity. Will he be doing that? No, he decides to, oh, there you go, passing by, and definitely Happy Death needs to be the one to react, not Maor. If Maor does another drop, that could be the potential end of the game for Happy Death. Neutralizes the outpost. It will go back to Red's control, but Maor just causing a lot of trouble, and he is technically, oh no, they're about equal in income once Happy Death is able to take this outpost back under his control. So the income is roughly the same. I don't think... I highly doubt anyone has money. Oh no, never mind. I didn't even realize. I even saw that, but Maor has moneymakers out in the field, and Happy Death has T-45 socketed. So yeah, the moneymakers might be actually making a difference in this game right now. People are, especially high tier players, are kind of saying they're borderline meta. They're not really useful outside of the very specific instances of high tier. Low tier. Actually, low tier can probably make use of it, although credits are not very relevant in low tier. It's kind of more actions and who decides to pressure or whatever. Mid tier, probably moneymakers are not going to be that big of a thing. But yeah, okay, Maor choosing to put heavy mines down, which is actually a good decision if they can actually arm, because Happy Death is pushing all of these gangsters, and a couple of them did arm. So Happy Death doing counter fort damage of his own right now, trying to bring them back to basically equal footing with gangster drops. And Maor putting up a solid defense, but the gap is narrowing right now. Look at that, the difference. Okay, Maor's at about maybe 20%, Happy at roughly 5, I would say. And Happy now gonna put pressure on this top right. I don't think any of these guys are floating. No way these two players are floating. So whatever you see out on the field, that's what they have. 29 to 29. Happy not able to do much in that top right attack. Maor at level 10, so he definitely has missiles. Let's see what he has his abilities in. 4 points into missiles, 1 in afterburners, and 2 in a sword. Happy deciding to put nothing into heal beam drain, because it doesn't really have much of a purpose yet. It is kind of a work in progress ability. And 3 points, and all the others heal, recover, and let's see, heal Nova and restore. Restore being the overheal, the overshield ability. Accidentally grabbing Heavy Mine, Maor did, but he was able to neutralize and partially surround this bottom left outpost that was previously under Happy Death's control. So Maor getting the leg up in this fight right now. But really, at this point, it's anyone's game, especially how drop-heavy it's been. Happy Death just needs one more of those gangster drop attacks to even it out against Maor. And Happy Death, with heavy mines of his own, realizes that Maor can do what he's probably about to, which is a gangster push right straight to fort, past that top middle outpost. And Maor trying to... Oh, okay. I didn't even realize there were neutrals still here. But he will kind of block this path and have an option to move his units out. Happy with a couple creeps, going to start bunkering probably. No. Okay, putting them in more of a defensive capacity. While Maor... Okay, clumps a very small amount of units. I'm guessing he set that on attack, not capture. Because... I don't know, man. Actually, I have no clue. That's just a random yes or no with no real logic behind it. Let's see where they go. Let's see where they go. If they hug this, and let's see if they turn in. Okay, he did set them on capture. They set up a couple of heavy mines. The faster units did, and some of the brutes are over here. But Happy with a goalie. Holy crap! A goalie did not put it on the high ground and put it back facing the brute. So that's kind of weird. But he will be doing lots of damage, and there won't be that much that Maor can do about it right now. But he's going to put anything in blocking position that he possibly can, and going to body block with his mech as much as he possibly can. And so he is doing that. So the goalie is not doing any damage anymore. Okay, now it is. Because, and see, the thing is, Happy Death was able to heal that goalie. Oh, and Maor going down! Oh, man. So Happy might be able to get the win right here. I'm not sure. But he will be regenning, healing it up as much as possible. And this green fort is going to be even lower than the red. This is super tense right now. Maor blocking with as much as he possibly can with the gangsters. Happy Death reallocating so he can do even more damage. This might be the end of the game. Happy, oh gosh, gets finished off. Will Maor be able to body block? No, he will not, but the goalie goes down. A tiny sliver of health. Maor needs to finish right now. He needs to finish right now. Gonna pull whatever he can from this top outpost and do a drop. Probably gonna go to the high ground so he can definitely get some attacks. No, gonna go on the corners as much as he possibly can, doing a little bit more damage, but Happy Death has so much defending that he's not really gonna get that far. Gonna continue with the attack. Happy Death is on the back foot right now, and the goalie with the blocking, but Maor shooting in with his own mech. Okay, there you go. Happy has the blocking now, but Maor just needs to put it on a spot that Happy Death does not, and this is going to be the end of the game, I'm pretty sure. There you go, Maor247 with a final set of drops. Man, that was so drop heavy. I think that's kind of what happens on Sandrim now, especially because mech carry capacity was buffed recently in the last couple months. So especially 1v1s, you're going to see that a lot more, especially in the high tier. So great game. That was pretty awesome. I don't know if I can even call anything specifically a turning point. Maybe Maor pushing that unit clump from the bottom and getting Happy Death so low forced Happy Death in more of a defensive mode, and he wasn't able to do his drop pressure harassment attacks with his gangsters or armadillos or what have you, and it just allowed Maor to be a little bit more in control of the game. That goalie drop at the end was insane, though. That goalie drop at the end almost didn't. Happy Death was so close. He just barely ran out of energy and health, and the goalie was not able to get the finish. But crazy ending. Send in replays, guys. If you have not had your replays set up, there is a link in my video description saying this is how to submit replays, and it'll give you instructions on how to set it up. All it is either running a batch file or creating folders in your app data folder, and then you can start sending in replays of games you play. Alright, guys? Or spectate. This is Areyouwhy, and that is game. See you next time.